Anthony Joshua is young. He is tall, 6'6", in the prime of his life, extremely popular with the ladies, extremely popular with the British public in general. He's intelligent. He's a very talented fighter, a terrific athlete. He has everything going for him. He's a millionaire. At this very young age, he's a world champion. He's undefeated as a professional. He has almost everything that a young man could possibly want. He has achieved more in his life so far than certainly I've ever achieved, or certainly more than most people watching and listening to this video right now have ever achieved or will ever achieve. So what I'm about to say about this Anthony Joshua Wladimir Klitschko face-off on Sky Sports is in no way a sign of me being a Joshua hater or wanting to see Joshua do badly or anything like that. It's simply me being objective. Joshua has so many things going for him. I think he's a very exciting heavyweight. I think he's a great addition to the heavyweight division. I love watching Joshua fight, and I'm very excited about this Joshua Klitschko fight. But all of us have strengths and weaknesses, and one of Anthony Joshua's shortcomings, maybe as a product within the world of boxing, is he isn't the most charismatic guy in the world. Now, what you do in the ring is what's most important. You can say whatever you like outside of the ring, and God knows we've seen many fighters who are good trash talkers outside of the ring that fail to deliver in terms of entertainment value inside the ring. Joshua's not like that. He delivers in terms of entertainment, at least on his side of the equation and his performance in the ring. But outside the ring, when it comes to hyping a fight and building up excitement and providing entertainment in the run-up to fights, that's not his strong point. And we saw that again here in this Gloves Are Off episode with Wladimir Klitschko. It was very sterile. It wasn't entertaining. Now, I've been criticized for critiquing some of these Gloves Are Off episodes before. But at the end of the day, the Gloves Are Off is a form of entertainment. That's what it's there to do. It's there to actually build up hype and intrigue for a particular fight. It's there to provide entertainment. And rating this as a standalone product, as a piece of entertainment, you have to say that Joshua Klitschko, the Gloves Are Off, was pretty damn abysmal. And that's to be expected, really. None of these fighters, neither Joshua or Klitschko, are known for being particularly charismatic, especially Joshua. So it was what it was. It was very stale. The two fighters were both very friendly. And it's not necessarily a case of having to flip over tables and be abusive to your opponent in order to be entertaining. No, some fighters can just talk about pretty much anything, and they have a natural charisma about them which most people find entertaining. But these guys don't have it. So the only thing I could really deduce or take from this Gloves Are Off that was of any interest to me was the body language of the two fighters, the way that they were sizing each other up and looking at each other. It was pretty much the same, in my view at least, as what I've seen at various press conferences in the build-up to this fight. And that is Wladimir Klitschko looking more confident and assured than Anthony Joshua. To me, Joshua looks uncomfortable in Wladimir Klitschko's presence, and he looks like there are doubts in his mind. Now, that don't mean he's going to lose the fight, but it does mean that he's not as confident and comfortable in the situation as Wladimir Klitschko is, and that comes from experience. Klitschko's been here so many times that for him to feel nervous in front of somebody like Joshua who's not trying to get under his skin, this is not a Tyson Fury. This is not a guy who plays mind games. This is an Anthony Joshua who, at least in a boxing sense, almost has an innocence about him. Relatively speaking, when compared to Wladimir Klitschko, Joshua almost has this innocence about him. And Klitschko sees that, I think. He sees that youthful innocence and inexperience, and that, I think, makes Klitschko feel more confident. So that was my impression of it. Joshua looking a little uneasy, a little unsure, but also anxious, I think, to get in the ring and prove himself. So it's kind of a combination of things. I think Joshua will be the more nervous of the two when the first bell goes, but those nerves might translate into extra sharpness. And that might spell curtains for the much older Wladimir Klitschko. You know, this is not a done deal. It's not the nail in the coffin, in my view, necessarily, watching this Gloves Are Off episode and seeing the way that Joshua was looking. It's all going to be proven and shown in the boxing ring on the night. Whether Joshua's youth, his extra speed, his extra energy, maybe even extra physical strength and better reflexes will win the day, or whether it's going to be Wladimir Klitschko's experience, his superior technique, his superior skills, his superior jab, so on and so forth, that will win the day. So that's all I really have to say about this Gloves Are Off episode. Pretty uneventful. That's all I could really deduce from it. Maybe some of you guys found it more entertaining than me, and that's perfectly fine. But I think the majority of people were left with the impression that this was pretty boring fare. It is what it is. And again, most people would have expected it to be so. So let me know how you feel in the comment section below, people. It's happening. I'm out.